Welcome. Volumes of Value presents insightful reviews of nonfiction books. This episode reviews Extreme Prejudice, the terrifying story of the Patriot Act and the cover-ups of 9/11 and Iraq, by Susan Lindauer, published by CreateSpace 2010. Print length 458 pages. Information on Susan Lindauer's background can be read at her book's website, extremeprejudiceusa.wordpress.com. Quote, as a U.S. intelligence asset, Susan Lindauer covered anti-terrorism at the Iraqi embassy in New York from 1996 up to the invasion. Independent sources have confirmed that she gave advance warning about the 9/11 attack. She also started talks for the Lockerbie trial with Libyan diplomats. Shortly after requesting to testify before Congress about successful elements of pre-war intelligence, Lindauer became one of the first non-Arab Americans arrested on the Patriot Act as an Iraqi agent. She was accused of warning her second cousin, White House Chief of Staff Andrew Card, and Secretary of State Colin Powell that war with Iraq would have catastrophic consequences. Gratis of the Patriot Act, her indictment was loaded with secret charges and secret evidence. She was subjected to 1 year in prison at Carswell Air Force Base in Fort Worth, Texas, without a trial or hearing, and threatened with indefinite detention and forcible drugging to shut her up. After 5 years of indictment without a conviction or guilty plea, the Justice Department dismissed all charges 5 days before President Obama's inauguration. End quote. Susan Lindauer is the radio show host of The Covert Report on Truth Frequency Radio, abbreviated TFR, at the website tfrlive.com/covert report. The following is a synopsis of the book's content from extremeprejudiceusa.wordpress.com. Quote, former CIA asset Susan Lindauer provides an extraordinary first-hand account from behind the intelligence curtain that shatters the government's lies about 9/11 and Iraq, and casts a harsh spotlight on the workings of the Patriot Act as the ideal weapon to bludgeon whistleblowers and dissidents. A terrifying true story of black budget betrayals and the Patriot Act, with its arsenal of secret evidence, indefinite detention, and threats of forcible drugging. Extreme Prejudice reveals one asset's desperate struggle to survive the brutal cover-ups of 9/11 and Iraq. Above all, Extreme Prejudice offers a critical examination of the Patriot Act's assault on defendant rights in the courts when liberty and freedom to dissent from government policy are the highest stakes. Extreme Prejudice is a personal narrative accessible to all audiences. End quote. The book's contents include 34 chapters plus appendix and endnotes. The following is a sample of some chapters' titles. Prologue by Brian Shaughnessy, attorney. U.S. versus Lindauer. Chapter 2 is titled Advance Warnings about 9/11. Chapter 4 is titled A Secret Day in the Life of an Asset. Chapter 5 is titled Iraq's Peace Overtures to Europe and the United States. 6 is titled 9/11, A Pattern of Command Negligence, written with Michael Collins. 7 is titled September 11, 2001. Chapter 17 is titled The Patriot Act. 25 is titled Prison Diary. This book's popularity is demonstrated in the fact that its Amazon rank is number 238 in the War and Peace category. Their customer reviews rate it an average of 4.4 out of 5 stars from 445 ratings. Robert Black, Queen's Counsel, Scottish architect of the Lockerbie trial, says, quote, Susan Lindauer deserves unreserved admiration for this brave and moving account of her steadfast refusal to crumble under the shameful abuses to which she was subjected. She has provided us with an overdue exposure of the depths to which governments are all too prepared to descend to prevent disclosure of their dishonesty and malfeasance, her knowledge having been gained through bitter personal experience. End quote. Janice Matthews, director, 911truth.org, says, quote, unfolds like a suspense thriller from deep within the struggle for global sanity at the hands of those perpetrating dark secrecy. Lindauer reveals the faces of our national truth few Americans imagine. Chilling, heartbreaking, horrifying, and hopeful, Extreme Prejudice offers a depth of historical insight critical to transforming our future. Pay attention. End quote. We end this episode and declare writing is revolutionary. For more than 5,000 years, the information density and format efficiency of the written record is the gold standard for information. Please like, share, and subscribe to Volumes of Value.